Welcome to KP Law News, Arkansas. I had a story here out of Little Rock. Little Rock PD officer has been charged in a shooting that happened Saturday morning. I heard about this story. I thought it was kind of strange. So today, the Little Rock Police Chief Heath Helton held a press conference along with the Pulaski County Prosecuting Attorney Will Jones talking about the charge. So let's get to it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just make sure we get it back. All right, good morning. Thank you for all coming in this morning. We're going to provide a brief of and summary of the officer-involved shooting that occurred on early Saturday morning. As you're aware, we had a release that went out yesterday afternoon kind of detailing a little bit about the incident. I'm going to kind of elaborate that on again and then have some comments, and then we'll go from there. So on Saturday, September the 30th, 2003, at approximately 2:07 a.m., Southwest patrol officers became involved in a vehicle pursuit of a white Dodge Challenger that ended near the 8400 block of Mableville Pike. Officers lost sight of that vehicle, but a short time later were able to locate it abandoned in the area of Mableville Drive and Mableville Circle. As officers searched the immediate area, they observed a pickup truck leaving. It had been circling the area and then attempt to leave. That vehicle stopped at the intersection of Mableville Circle and Mableville Pike, at which time officers initiated a traffic stop. As they approached, officers had drawn their weapons, gave verbal commands instructing the occupants to show their hands and exit the vehicle. The driver of the truck complied with the commands to exit, and then at that point, the driver's side rear passenger, who was later identified as 20-year-old Brendan Johnson, had moved from the rear seat to the driver's seat, and then he began to drive away. Mr. Johnson was commanded by officers to stop and get out of the vehicle, but he refused. Mr. Johnson started to pull away. Shots were fired by Officer Giovanni McClendon, and which ultimately hit Mr. Johnson. Until MIMS arrived, Johnson was rendered medical aid at the scene by officers. He was later transported to an area hospital by MIMS, provided treatment, and where he is still currently in stable condition at this time. At this point, each of you know when these type incidents occur, there is a criminal and an internal investigation that is implemented or initiated. Officers, Little Rock PD detectives and crime scene unit personnel responded, immediately began gathering evidence and interviewing witnesses related to this incident. The body-worn camera video and in-car video cameras were reviewed by command staff and myself. There is no doubt the actions of Officer McClendon are outside department's policy related to the use of deadly force. Due to the severity of the violations observed, I believe that it was imperative that immediate action be taken to protect the public, our internal policies, and the law. I ordered Officer McClendon relieved of his duties as a Little Rock police officer within hours of the shooting. He has since been served notice pending administrative hearing, which he faces discipline up to termination. The use of deadly force is usually a split-second decision when it comes time to law enforcement. There's no margin for error in order to ensure that both our community and our society can trust and depend on law enforcement. If and when such incidents occur, we must do everything possible to hold that our officer and our department are accountable to the community, the law, and our policies. Little Rock Police Department is committed to protecting and defending the rights of every member of our city. So when we have our officer involved or deadly force incidents, those are usually reviewed by the 6th Judicial District of the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. And at this time, I'd like to ask that Prosecuting Attorney Will Jones come to the podium and make a statement.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning. In the early morning hours of September 30th, 2023, commanders with the Little Rock Police Department notified our office of an officer-involved shooting. And that's the normal practice for prosecutors to be notified and respond, and we go to the scenes and we're involved in police-involved shootings, all shootings that occur in the 6th Judicial District. Since that time, prosecutors have worked around the clock to review the statements from each person involved, including other evidence, body cam and dash cam footage that have captured multiple angles of the shooting. Monday afternoon, I spoke with the chief, and after an extensive review of the evidence, we approved an affidavit for a felony warrant against Little Rock Police Department Officer Giovanni McClendon. Officer McClendon will ultimately be charged, and we think that'll happen fairly quickly, even within the next couple of days. He'll be charged with first-degree battery, which is a Class B felony, and he also faces first-degree assault, which is a Class A misdemeanor. While McClendon may be a police officer, keep in mind, he is afforded the same rights as any other individual and should be considered innocent until proven guilty. There are more than 1,000 law enforcement officers courageously serving the citizens of Pulaski County every day. I'm obligated to hold public servants accountable when they betray the law. More importantly, we have to separate them from the brave men and women who wear the badge with honor and integrity. I notified Police Chief Helton and Sheriff Eric Higgins of my intention to file charges on Monday, and letting Sheriff Higgins know that this individual may very well come through his facility. We filed an affidavit with the courts that alleges the details of the shooting. The Arkansas Rules of Professional Conduct prohibit our office from discussing the case any further. So there will be no further comment from us because Officer McClendon is now a criminal defendant and will be afforded all the same rights and opportunities and protections that all of us hold dear and that our office works hard to protect every day, and he will be given those same protections. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Sounds crazy. Sounds like the prosecuting attorney there just cracking down on, I don't know, who knows. We'll see what happens, I guess. But charged with battery and what else? Nothing major. All these misdemeanors. How about attempted murder? Might as well. But it's, wow, what a story. But I guess we'll have to keep up with the updates on this, find out what's ever going to happen if he ever gets charged, if he gets bail, or you know how it is, special treatment from law enforcement. So we will see, have to update if I ever hear any more on this story. So let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this. And appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day. KP Law News Arkansas out.